All right, let's see what we got. Okay, we're live. Look at that. Got the big show is at 9:30 at night, so I can do other things. Gosh, there's all kinds of demands for time. There's Sebastian Garcia. Outstanding. Anyway, Bill J sent some things in for the big show, and I've been meaning to get to it and have a look at what is in there. Where's my tape? I love this thing, but I gotta, get to it. Well, I started to get into it last night during that all-nighter marathon we had. There we go. Make this fit. Little piece of tape really turns a box into something you like. All kinds of things. Yesterday was Cinco de Mayo, and I didn't do anything with this. Bill had sent this in. It's a big giant peso, 1957. But I'm not up to speed on Mexican coins. So apparently it's some sort of silver in there. I'll try to find out more about it. But there's something to look at for now. Okay. Now Bill sends things into the big show. And all I do is take them from his box and add them to the show. Works out great. But God, look at this. This is what he has sent. We can see that. I just cut the top off the box and taped up the sides so we can get a better look at it. Well, let's find out what we got in there, because there's bunches of it, and we're going to spread it out over several shows. And you're going to find Bill J, his link to his channel is right below in the description. Okay, let's get this out of here and have a look. Whoop, I did something. Looks okay now. There's Braid Shop, Coin Collecting Texas. Good to see everybody. I got a 50 centavo coin today in change. In change? What was that one? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. A centavo, I'm going to guess, is part of a peso. That makes sense to me, at least. What was it? Somebody had a 50 centavo, a 50 peso coin photo of. It won't refocus to save my life. I hate this camera. Yeah, that's a peso. So, what, 100 centavos makes a peso? I guess that's how, it's like a silver dollar, Mexican style. But I have not seen what's in here, for example. We got to get into there and see what it is. Okay, we got the peso. Let's make some room here. Move these out of the way. I got coins all over the desk. I don't even know what some of it is. I have to figure it out. Okay. So guys, you gotta go. I call these tribbles because they're everywhere. All right. We got a peso. That's a good start. There's a card I can put stuff on, have a look at it. And he said some gold in. And I want to give that a good look. Okay, let's get this out of here. I'm not ready. I just threw up or not threw up, threw on the show. So I'm not set up. We're just doing it as we find it. That's all we're doing here. Where's my glove? That one. Okay. See if I can get this to work. 10 people watching, 3 people chatting. Smash like while you're at it. Why not? This is my getting dressed part. I feel like Mr. Rogers, where he puts on his sneakers. I put on the glove. Okay, we'll get rid of the quarter here. That was nothing, it turned out. And we've got 2 gold coins. Now, they're little. Can you see it? Let's get over here. Home. And he's got them labeled, which is good because I would never figure out what these are. This is a mini. It's a reproduction. It's a 10 karat gold eagle. Double eagle. St. Gaudens design. 0.4 grams. So the value of the gold in there is about $8. Let's see if I can get this open. Take off the tape. And tap it right out. It's little, man. I mean, it's tiny. So we use these as a means of growing the big show. Let's see if we can get that under the card. You ready? Where are you? There it is. Copy. Oh, it's okay. But it's about the same size as some of the fractional California gold currency out there. Just little pieces, about the size of Lincoln's head. Showed this off last night. Oh, it's little, man. It's little tiny. Great detail on there. Okay, but it's a copy. Here's a Lincoln right beside it, so we can get an idea of the size on this. What do we got? 2018, and there's the coin in question. Just a pinch, just a pinch of gold. Let's compare that to Lincoln's head. Yeah, it's about the same size as Lincoln's head. Cute little thing. Well, okay, we're going to put that in the package. And that's 0.4 grams of 10 karat gold. Yeah, $10. Thereabouts. Set that up here. Okay, where's the other one? Right there. This one's kind of neat. I haven't done any research on it. I can't really tell you much about it. I've never seen such a thing before. Sub to you all. Oh, sub to each other while you're at it. I'm just, no, this is busy work day. Getting ready for the big show later. Big show has moved to 9:30 at night, by the way. There it is. It's that little rocket ship looking thing. Now, I suspect it's taken some damage. Just a hunch. Because I don't think that's the original shape. But this is India, 0.4 grams, a gold phantom. So I have to look that up. But you're looking at 1700 to 1830. This is, you know, geez, a 250-year-old coin. Here's the other side of it. And the great part about gold, it doesn't tarnish. Might get a little grime on there, but it doesn't tarnish. But there's a start of it. I imagine it would originally be a little larger. But 0.4 grams. I don't know what percentage gold it is, but I imagine 200-year-old gold piece, even one that you're not familiar with, is going to be a neat thing. What do you suppose this was? Which way is up? Well, we'll get there. Okay, I'll put that aside and we'll do some more investigation on that before we pass that one out. I imagine that is a neat thing. You don't get to see some of this stuff. Okay, we got some pennies here. He's got them in a little zippy, and they got coin cane holders on them. All right, let's see what we got. Boom. We got 4 of them. All right, they're memorials. Look great. And let's have a look. 1971 D, as far as I can tell. Let's see what we have. 1971 D. Okay, let's look for issues on there. Great shape. No problem with the shape. I'm not seeing any evidence of doubling. Alrighty. I got a perfect use for these. We got that Dansko album we've got to give away, and I figured, well, why don't we put together a pretty nice set to go with it first. I imagine these would be a pretty good addition to that. Okay, 71D. What's this one? 64D. I'll get a little spot, but it's brilliant. Date mint mark looks right. I'd probably clean up that camera if I took the cover off, but it's in a good holder right now. These coin tains they're kind of slick. They'll give your coins good protection. This is them. You've seen them before, probably. There's black steel. Good to see you. Yeah, we're going through the box of coins Bill J sent in for the big show. All right. I don't see anything on the points of the S. E pluribus unum looks right. Tight, regular. FG looks good. No evidence of doubling or anything else. Good shape. We'll put that right over here. Next one, 1973. This one's beautiful. This one I might want to take a cap off so I can get a better look. It's quite nice. Great fields on there. 73, I want to look at the 3. Give that some extra attention. Check that center point. And I'm sure Bill's already gone through these things. That looks pretty normal. You can see the color is excellent. Not much for contact marks. Okay, there's one on the R. Top of that E looks like a little die wear. Okay, let's have a look here. EPU, straight and neat. How's the stature? He looks pretty normal. FG looks real good. Give it a glance all around. Yeah, that'll go in the dance group just fine. Okay, another one. I got some green juice I'm going to work on here. There's Paula. And Blockhead's here. And Blockhead sent some great stuff into the show. He sent a whole bunch of proof and mint sets. We gave those away for a month. What do we got for a date? 74S. Okay, 74, you get a large and a small date on all three mint marks. This is the small date. See how narrow that 7 is? The large date, it's a big, fat, gobby thing. And the S looks just fine. Now, there's a broken mint mark punch on the 74 S's. You want to keep an eye out for that. Let's see if we can have a look. It'll look like a repunch mint mark, but it's the punch that's busted. And you find it, this little extra bit on the back. Where's my pointy stick? On the back of the mint mark. That's gone. Let's see. Right up here. And I can just barely see bits of it with this lighting. You can pick it out with your eyeball a whole lot easier. Yeah, that's not an RPM, that's normal. There it is. And you have a look. Looks like a normal coin. Decent shape. Nothing wrong with shiny pennies. One of my favorite things. Let's have a look at the back here. Camera wants to be picky today. There you go. Mid-70s and late 70s were really quiet years for die varieties. Okay, we got that over there. I had some barbers. And haven't looked at them, but we're going to look at them right now. Let's see, home. Let's open these up. They should pour right out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 in here. Maybe a couple more. I don't know. The box has been sitting around for a bit. Let's have a look and see what we got. And we'll take a look at the first one. This is where these cards come in real handy. Because now I can move the card and the coin stays motionless, so I'm not rubbing it. That's not it. There you go, 1914. Now, 13, 14, and 15 are really low mintage years on Barber halves. I'm not up to speed on the dimes. It's 1914 plain. I'm going to go over and look at that real quick. Let me show you where I'm looking. Go to the screen. Okay, if I want quick information, I'm going to go over to USA Coin Book. Just because it's quick and easy. I'm looking for mintage figures right off. I find their prices are kind of inflated. Anyway, I'm loading a page, so this might slow things down. There you go, dimes, Barber dimes. What do we got? Wait for it. This is how long it takes to load a page over here. $1914p, 17 million. Okay. See, on the halves, it's much lower. Yeah, $3, $4. This is about good. That's not it. Yeah, this is kind of wore out. See, the rim is faded into the details. A couple spots. You get some graffiti there, some marks under 1. Little blemish there, and the date is not helping any. This is effectively worth, melt. So $1.25 thereabouts. But hey, a lot of people don't have a Barber dime. What's the next one here? 1912. There you go, better shape. You got a complete rim. Looks good, and you get the whole profile. And It's not screwed up. Well, good. Let's look at the other side. Okay, a little bit weak on the rim over here. But I think we can get away with calling that one good. Looks pretty sharp. What's a mintage on 1912? 19 million. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Let me catch up on the chat here for a bit. Yeah, he's got some decent ones in here. For somebody getting started, it's a big show. We put out coins that people probably don't have. So yeah, we can get away with tucking one in that's not really the best. We're not giving away, you know, mint state silver dollar bust types. 01. And we got an O. Okay, let's look. There's a screen. Here's this. 010. What's the population? 5 million. A little bit better. The value's a little bit better, you know, in good, but we got some damage on this one. Let's see. There's the chat, and here's home. There we go. Nope. On the scope. Yeah, it's worn. But somebody would be happy to have that. Have you got an O mint mark at home? Where did it go? Let me kill that. I see. I got a couple things running in the background that's going to slow me down. One moment, please. There you go. I think we're back. There's Lincoln. Lincoln, we're looking through the things Bill has sent us. Yeah. If I was 12 years old, that'd be gold. There's Bill J. Bill J, we're finally getting to your things here. We're going through and taking a look. There's a 1902 Barber dime. Okay, we got some wear around the rim. It's about good. It's not screwed up. At the back, yeah, heavy wear. 1902 was it? Steve Garrett's joined us. Yeah, we're getting an idea of what he sent in, because we're going to spread it out over some big shows. 1902 mintage is gone. 1902 21 million. Yeah. Here we go. And the last of the barbers looks to be in 1899. We'll get some heavy wear on this, no question about it. 1899. Could it be an 89? I don't think so. That's closer to a 9. What's the back look like? Oh yeah, we still got it. Malvado says, KPB, what's up? How's it going? How are you? Good to see you. Malvado does art coins. Some are really quite attractive. Okay, we're going through these items that Bill J sent in. That's an 1899, I believe. I don't think the bottom is wide enough to be an 8. But, well, that one's up in the air. Let's take a look at figures here. Barber, 1899. 19 million. 1889. Oh, well, it's not an 89, is it? Yeah, they didn't make the things until 1892, so that's an 1899 for sure. That's the best giveaway. Yeah, 19 million on there. Okay, let me find my way back. I got 17 windows open. It's hard to keep up. Yeah, that's a nice little add-on. We could put one of those in each of 5 different big shows, and people will get a little taste. Just coin roll hunting a nickel box. I'm coin roll hunting your box. Boy, there's all kinds of stuff in here. What do we have here? We got some proof Jeffersons in this stack. Here's a 64. And ain't a thing wrong with it. You know, these are a couple of bucks a piece. Great shape. We got some proof nickels. Now he sent a bunch of proof halves in this last box. Here's a 2005 S. This looks like it was pulled out of circulation. Look at a bunch of contact marks here. No matter. Somebody would be happy to have. There's people out there that don't have a 2005 S. Okay, let's get in. Have a look. You want to look for little extra bits of metal hanging from the trees. This looks pretty normal. I've gone through a couple of rolls of these. Yeah, that looks right and tight. Oh, we got some contact marks. That's no matter. Still fill a good hole in a slot, or a good slot in a book somewhere. You know, you want a complete set? Get them all. Don't worry about getting really nice ones later. There we go. That's a proof nickel. We'll get a 2011. I have trouble with these. It's like he's looking back at me. And I'm going to guess you got these all of those nickel roll boxes you pick over. Bill goes through a massive volume of boxes. He's like a machine. There we are. Well, so much for the full steps. It took a little hit right there. Yeah, that's 2011. Was it 92? How long did it take you to find, you know, what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of these proof nickels. That 64 looked great. I don't think that came out of circulation. Here you got the ring of death on this one even. But you can get these coins out of circulation. They're out there. They're hard to find. Otherwise you got to pay for the darn things. There's a 90S. Here's a, I can't see it. It says proof. That's a proof, all right. And it's an 89S. Okay, 1980, the next one. And I'll leave these in the containers that they're in, but I'll have to flatten these staples. 1980S. 76, we're going back in time here. That looks pretty darn good. I don't think this one went through circulation. If it did, one guy spent it and the next guy kept it. 75S. 74, 56. Yeah, we got a little run here. That'll come in handy. So those nickel. Let me look at that. I got to look at something real quick. Let's go back to chat. And there's this. I'll be back in just a moment. Here, you look at this. I'm going to be across the room. There's a bunch of proof nickels. The way to make those nickels stick out and be really handy is to include them with the books. Okay, so I'm wondering, do the books have slots for S-mints? They don't. No. That would be normal. These are just circulation strikes. Okay. But it'd still be the way to, put together a package of these nickels. What do we got here? Some, oh boy, I just got a note on these. And what do we got here? I can't read anything. I have to look over my glasses. Okay, can you confirm my double die collection? What do we got here? I think he's just being tricky. Here's one. I don't see evidence of doubling. It's kind of hard to find evidence of nickeling. Well, that one was just abused. What do you suppose did that? See how you got a rotary motion? That was probably on some type of rotary device. Tooling, filling the machinery. Oh boy, that's gone. And just got wore down. Good color to it. Look at the shine. Look at that. That's true cartwheel luster. Now, Manta calls these angry coins. Boy, that one is about as angry as they come, but here's his brother. Oh, God. You know, I'm going to probably write an article on these. We get a lot of that. People talking about their damn, what happened to this coin? There are, you know, a trillion, no. Yeah, a trillion coins that have been produced. Maybe not quite that many, but give it a couple of years. We're talking a trillion coins. And every one of them has a different method of being screwed up. What did it? There's a trillion reasons. This one is really interesting. I think I made one of these one day with a hammer. Well, that one's goner. There's no way that came out of a roll. Well, sometimes you get the roll and there's a big bulge on one side. Huh. Let's look at that, see what it is. Gotta love that luster. We're sending off. I got NGC is offering me a discount to slab it through them. Yeah, we've been sending out letters. Yeah, HA they want to sell it for 3%. All right. Okay, this is heavy duty impact with a hard, blunt instrument made of steel, and it was resting on another piece of steel. Yeah, I've made these. If they're worth anything, that's going to go into production. Okay, that's an article. And maybe a video. Yeah, every coin is handy when you're teaching people. Just you're going to, kind of have a few to really show them. So people don't quite understand. Is this a mint error? No, man. That's a lawnmower error. Okay, here's that $50 Canadian. I love these. These are one of my, I think, just a great coin. For North America, okay, you got the Queen, and she's all, regal and stuff. Let's look for die cracks down the bottom over here. You got silver, because this is what is 54, was it? We looked at it briefly. 65. Now they're 80% through 67, and some of the 68s. So yeah, you got to figure those out now. Some are, some aren't. But you got great details. It's every bit of AU. Good color. You got some tarnish on there. Well, you're going to get that. I like the detail on this. The shield. And you get the horse, unicorn, lion, harp playing thing going on. And what do we got down here? A.M. Amari Usque Admari. From sea to sea. Sea to sea forever. My Latin is rusty. From sea to sea. Yeah, from sea to sea forever. Unless I'm mistaken. That's a great one. I go for a few bucks. I'm trying to find some howlers. I like those howlers. I had picked up a bunch a while back. Offered it to people. And I'll take them all. I'll take them all. They went. I couldn't believe how fast they went. In 67, they're still silver, the $50, but you've seen the pennies. I got them right here. They got the centennial designs. So on the pennies, you got the big bird, which is a rock dove, is what I understand. But on the $50, you have this wolf howling at the moon. Oh, great looking coin, real, active coin, action. I call them howlers, and people eat them up. We got a dime and a newer dime. Let's have a look. Oh yeah. See, Canada, you got the metal axis, so you got to turn them side by side. Okay, 1959 and 1965. So this is 80% twice. Yeah, we get a little bit of silver. These Canadians, there aren't that many collectors, but the population of Canada is so much lower that their mintage figures reflect that. These Canadian coins, a lot of times, they would be, if they were U.S. coins, they'd be considered rare. You go back 50 years, 100 years, and their vintage figures are a fraction of what U.S. figures are. Okay, 1870. Let's have a look. Date looks real good. Okay, one little ding in the center. I think we can get away with that. All right, and two centers are notorious for having uneven wear. This may be a little bit misaligned to boot. So you've got a thicker rim here than is showing up here. But the wear is oftentimes uneven. But we got a lot of repunch dates to look at. Let's get in there and have a look at that. But your most common years are 64 and 65. After that, you don't have 3,000 surviving specimens for a given year. And you can still put together a pretty complete set of two centers. Okay, don't go for the 73s because they're proof and, you know, just god-awful expensive. All right, and the 72s are pretty pricey, and the 64 small motto's got some dollars behind it. And the 67 double die's pricey. But you're talking, you know, 8, 9 coins. You can put together a decent set in pretty decent shape for what I would consider to be a song. If you've got 1,500 surviving specimens and you can get the coins for, you know, 25 bucks in reasonable shape. There you go. That looks to be a die crack down here. They press these dies into service for an extensive period and oftentimes overran their really viable life. And they produce a lot of coins with die cracks. They were disintegrating. You get them a lot all around the edges, right through the letters. Well, that's not at all unrespectable, that coin. I'd give it very good because we got some here, but it's uneven. See, this is sharp. That's kind of, how does it do that? Well, they're a bigger coin, and that's the way it. Well, let me put that back in the holder. But two center is one of my favorite things. Coins in Canada has some high dollar Canadians for sale. Get them. Australia has metal orientation. Yeah, we found out that last night. We had that rat cat, whatever it was, Australian coin. It's here somewhere. God, I have not picked up yet. I still have to get through this box. There's all this stuff from last night. I got to get through this box, put it back up, find out what we got, and then of course get everything laid out for the big show coming up. Oh, we looked at those. That's those nickels. Oh, here's another penny. The fifth one. No, that's not it. 1978. Geez, if you can find a 1978 with no contact marks, a sharp strike, right, real gleamer, they go for big dollars. The quality control wasn't there. I don't see anything special about this right off. High end 70s, early 80s they're hard to come by. As a result, yeah, they get top dollar. They go for thousands, you know, in MS 67, 68. What have we here? It's a United States of America barber quarter. No mint mark on there. I got wingtips, and I got wingtips. I love wingtips. The relief on these barbers is always kind of shallow. So once the wear gets below the rim, you lose a lot of detail real fast. And well, the design wears from the outside edge in, and you lose those wingtips. What have we got? We got letters? No, he's got a little crown. Maybe it's a she. She has a little crown. And if you get the letters of liberty, you're doing good. You can just about pick out the Y. Just a piece of it right there. Get a complete rim. Well, good. That's a decent barber quarter. Looks like it's had some issues. It's had a hard life. It's been well spent. Yep, 1907. That might have been on the Titanic. You never know. Okay, what's the other one? The other one, you can see what I'm talking about as far as the worn rims. Let's look for wingtips here. See how it comes in from the outside edge? You know, normally the rim flows in you know, it wears into the devices. It's an automatic about good. But with these, it's a bit more forgiving on the grading because you get so many of them so easily wear in. 1893 plain. I'm going to look that one up real quick. There's Barbara Dimes. Let's see, Barbara Quarters. And here it comes. 1893, so second year of issue. 1893p, 5 million. Yeah, you got 5 million nowadays. You know, people are safe, people are hoarding them. Yeah, that'd be a good addition. I got my first Barber back around, I don't know, 86, 87. They used to have these mail bids. I thought you list all your coins and you type it up and you mail it out to people and they send back bids on it. That's the idea. So you think, oh good, I won something, I got a good price, because you know, you get your price. And you always go below what the book says. We got some NIFCs coming next. Well, those are my early days. I was just kind of learning. So hey, I got all these great deals. Well, you go and still sight unseen on the coins because you can't, you know, you type off the list. Did you really get a deal? Hey, whatever the guy paid, he just got offered more. The idea there was just to flip the coins over. It was a volume game. It still worked. There's no problem with that. Oh wow, some of these are in great shape. NAFCs, I have no doubt he picked these out of circulation. But they weren't in there for long. We put together a few. There's a 2013, a 14. Now, Mantic, he'd be flipping these over and targeting exactly what it needs to go for. There's a 2014. We better look at the Y at least. Yeah. 2015. Another 2015, so we'll have to spread that over a couple of shows. Oh, that's a photo I could use right there. Yeah, I need that photo. Right there. People are saying, what are these marks on my coin? That's the impact from another $50 hitting your coin from a sharp high angle. And a 2004. Yeah. Put together a whole batch of these. You got a decent set. Now you can buy them, but they're going to run you, you know, $2 a piece. Okay, here's a 2012 proof. And it has been circulated, which is a darn shame. Let me look this up real quick. 2012 proof. Yeah. Yeah, that's a better date. I lost my place. Let's find this. You know, market Numis is saying $30 on this coin in proof 65. There, it's on my way back. So it's pretty banged up. You got this out of circulation? That's a good find. It's still, you know, a $10 coin easily. And I'd have to look up the mintage on 2012. These proof sets have been declining. They're well below $1 million right now. So you want a complete set of Kennedys, you got to have that one. That goes back in the holder for sure. Yeah, that's a great find. You know, you go. That's a better find than 90% silver. 74 proof. $1980. Imagine you could be tearing these apart. Dude, look at this. Look over here at the Y. Check the FG. Weigh it. Yeah. I got a strong grip on Lincoln's. 2 centers, 3 centers. He knows these like the back of his hand. Oh, we got another one's 99. I hate to see these busted up. They're still affordable. You can get them for a few dollars. But to young people, they don't have a job. You can't get them for a few dollars because you don't have a few dollars to spend on coins. Where's the tape? There you go. $2015P. NAFC. What's this one? 2015D. Well, good. I put those with the NAFCs, which I have misplaced. There they are. So we'll get a couple of 2015s there. Yeah. There we go. Now I'm going to keep them in the bulk container for now. I put all the coins at the big show. I put them all in brand new flips. And I use the flips that have been used. Here you go, like that one. They got a little bit of scuff on them. I use that for stuff around here. 74 what? 74S as a proof. Old John's seen better days, but somebody's gonna give him a better life soon. 68. We got some silver in here. 68D. Okay, now we gotta focus in. I can't have magic showing me up with knowledge. See anything? I don't. We'll just give the whole thing a look. Keep the community strong and growing. Have you seen Beth Coddington's videos? She is just a ball of fun. What you see in her videos is the joy and excitement of a new collector with a new find. There you go. We got some die scratches down there. Pretty decent shape on this one. FG is solid. But I'm afraid I'm not up to speed on these halves. Okay, we got a couple silvers in there. Goody good. We got some real shiners here. Also silvers. There we go. Now I'm going to guess they've been through circulation, so they're probably AU. But they're in great shape. Great luster on these. A bit of a spot on his neck. Yeah, just a touch of wear. But not much, baby. 1965. Great color here. Yeah, you see just a touch of wear and spots. Right down the center of the shield of the tail. Just a kiss. But that's all it takes to differentiate between circulated and uncirculated. And chances are these were probably saved someplace. I can imagine some little old lady saving them in a cabinet somewhere, or a jewelry box. Yeah, they're better. They're better than your regular. Ooh, got some silver. 67. You can probably get the whole batch of them here. 67, 66, 65. Yeah, that's exactly what this is. We'll put this out as one single group. 68D. Let's see, did Dustin quit making videos? No, Dustin is busy. He's got a lot going on right now. It's keeping him incommunicado, but he's got a lot up his sleeve, I'm sure. But we write to him. We call it Dustin Watch, but we hear from him. Okay, good. He's safe. Everything's under control. Yeah, that's the 68D, and I bet you this one is 69D. Look at that. You got the full, okay, no 70D, but you got all the 40%ers. All the business strike 40s. And pretty darn nice ones, too. I gotta put these front and center. 69, 68, 67, 66, 65. Can we see those? That's what Bill has sent. They're wonderful. They're not quite BU, but they are high-end AU. Great luster, full original luster, real shiners, very few contact marks. Yeah, somebody had saved those out for a while. We got some silver dimes. Oh, another Kennedy. No, we lost it. We got a 99S. Over here we've got a couple of dimes. No mint mark. And a D. Look at that. Looks pretty normal from here. And we've got, what do we got? 52D on the Rosie. There he is. And a Mercury, 1941. You know, a kid should have a Mercury dime. Have you got a Mercury dime? There's people that don't have one. And it's always that first one that means the most. That's why I like to put out a diverse array on the big show, which is where this stuff comes in, because this constitutes a diverse array. Okay, more halves. See, Bill goes through a box of halves a day. I've got an 81S proof and an 82. I'm going to guess that's an S. I'm sure it is. That's a proof. There you go, a couple more of those. We've got a couple of Standing Liberty quarters. There you go. 1926 Philly. I'm losing it. There's too much stuff on my table. Yeah, we got some wear, but they're not screwed up. Somebody's gonna be happy to have these. What's the other one? 26 and can't see it. Another 26. That one's a little bit better. More stars. Logan says, how much do you sell walkers for? I've got a bunch of VF walkers available. I'd have to look it up. I think they're $12 a piece. I just have to look it up. Nope. Canadian dollar. We looked at this yesterday. Oh no, it's not. Aha. Bahamas. It's a Bahama Mama. Good fish. Exquisite detail. Great toning on there. That's a silver. 1966 Bahamas. I bet you that's silver. Oh, good. We'll give away a silver dollar. Kinda. I'll have to look up the silver content. There is a lot of coins out there that people are not familiar with. Lincoln cents are the dominant coin. Always will be. Have been for a very long time. Just because they're cheap. They're easy to get. You had a tremendous array to choose from. It's probably the easiest set to assemble. And there's only a few dates that are really, really hard. 25-cent Canada, 1932. I have one with full bands, but cannot find any information on the value of full band Mercuries. Where to check Numis Media? They've got a whole section, an entire price list just for full band. You talking about Roosevelt's or Mercs? They got fully split band Mercs. I'd have to look for Roosevelt's. Let's go over and have a look. Screen. Okay, Numis Media. I keep that handy. It's probably the most accurate that I found for online prices. You can spend $250 a year or however much and get the the gray sheet and that blue sheet and all that stuff. Okay, dimes. Okay, we got Mercury dimes, proof Mercury dimes, full band Mercuries, Roosevelts, proof Roosevelts, and full torch Roosevelts. So there's your answer. Coinprices.org is the, can we see that? Let's see if we can see that. There you go, right up here, coinprices.org. And that'll get you home. Hope it helps. I use it. It is my go-to price reference. Oh, there's Bill. That's Bill J's channel, by the way. Get over there and subscribe to him. How many you got there, Bill? 319. You're making progress. And this is why, because he sends out stuff like this to people. He's a full part of this community with what he does for other channels. We're lucky to have him. 1943. I'm lagging. Yeah, I got a few drop frames. If I load a page, like I just loaded the Numis Media, let me kill that. It's loading an advertisement. It eats up some of the bandwidth out here, so I'm out in the woods. All right, let's get back and keep on going because we're getting there, baby. That's not it. I got a 82S, another proof Kennedy. Had that. 1980S proof Kennedy. Jeez, the guy has found probably a complete set several times. I got a 2005. Yeah, he wrote it. No, he wrote NIFC. But I have different suspicions on the one. This one we're going to look at. Because you can find stuff out there and somebody might not know what it is. The first one, right here, 2005D, great brilliant surfaces. Not a thing wrong with that. Okay, so this one has my attention. This is a satin coin. Well, good. Let's pull this one back. That looks like it might be satin. This is my suspicion. I'll grab one if I got some around here somewhere. But this appears more satiny. I'll look at the way the light reflects. But it's got 2005 P and D. What do we got here? That's not it. What do we got here? That'll probably work. Okay, the satins are a special finish. That's what I want to look at. What's it? What else? You got some other NIFCs we can compare with here. NIFCs. And you can find these. In circulation, they're tough. Identifying them is tough. You have to get into the details of the finish across the coin. Okay, here's a 2015 for comparison. Okay, see the good smooth like finish. You know, it looks like a regular Kennedy, but look. See the way the light reflects? That one's pretty close. So for comparison, I've got a satin still in the mint packaging. And we compare this. Okay, these are burnished. This is the one I suspect. So they scatter the light more than reflect the light. That's the suspect. And that's the known example. Let's look for a protected area inside of the ear. Okay, let's get in. There's one. Oh, I got 10 of these on the desk, so I can always find one. there's the control. All right, and here's the suspect. I got a few contact marks, but this is striking me to be a satin finish. It's not glaring bright. Let's see if we can show this better. Let's go over to the big picture here. Screen. Nope, you don't need the screen, you need the home. Okay, you can tell which one's the control, which one's the question. And I'm trying to see, is that lustrous reflection, a brilliant reflection, or is it subdued? Here's the 2015, which cannot be satin. Let's look at the back. Okay, because the close-up is showing a texture much closer to satin. Okay, I'm going to hold that one aside and get a better look. There's the 15. There's the regular 5, the D, and the P is in question. So that might be a better find than you thought. Yeah, they make their way into circulation. They're slow. There's not that many of them out there, but they do make it. Okay, let's set that aside and look at it more. Now we're down to these nickels. Now he sent a roll of brand new nickels, 2018s, and they're splendid, but the roll didn't make it. That's okay. I had a tube, but I just dropped it. And I may never see that again. Oh, it's right under my chair. I get them on my LCS. In the beginning, I did, but now they are blank. I can't see everything here. But now they know me, and I get them every week. 6 different banks. That's a lot of lugging. I mean, that's like throwing cordwood, as many boxes as you go through. I'm going to look at that 2005 more. I suspect that to be a satin finish. Well, great. It'll be a better find, but it has been circulated. Kind of wipes any value, but still, it's comparable to an NIFC in value. Okay, let's get back to the USB scope. Attention, Mise en Place has a question for you at KenPV. Thanks, Leak, and I sent 3 or 4 emails over the past few months, but never any replies. Unfortunately, maybe going to be spam. What's the name? I can check the email right now, but it's going to slow things down. Some days I get a lot of email. Sometimes I get no email. Getting to everybody is difficult. Well, keep on trying. But I have had, Hidden sent me a couple of messages, which I still need to get back to him on. And we went to junk. The hell is this? Junk. So I clicked not junk. It's Microsoft. They've been messing with me. It's probably the NSA. They got that van across the river. Okay, let's handle these gently because they are, uncirculated. So we don't want to screw them up. We'll just kind of ease them into this tube. Yeah, people be talking about the, the BU rolls. Hey, I got a brand new box of 2018s. I got skunked. They're good for $1 a roll. All right, you keep them for a few years. They're good for a couple of bucks a roll. You didn't get skunked. You just doubled your money. How long you keep it, you can pick up more. But pretty much, you sell it immediately is probably going to be your greatest return per, for the time period involved. Otherwise, give it a couple of years. There, we got a full BU roll of 2018s. We could probably go through them and hunt for dye varieties. Okay, so we're uncirculated. We got a few contact marks. Well, we'll just put this in. So we'll have a Lincoln show. That's what we'll do. Aren't they pretty? Yeah, they really cleaned it up on the steps. If you're looking for double dyes in reverse, pay close attention right around the center of the coin, right? Especially around the tops of the doors. And that's all 3 doors. And you can, check these while you're at it. Right around the inside of the center of the door is where you're going to find doubles. That's that little mark. And that's where you're going to find it. And then you look at the outer edges, the E, right? The way the points are. Those are great places to check because you get two angles coming in and not at a 90-degree angle. Those are great places to check. Well, they look good. But geez, say hold on to the penny rolls that are brand new. Get yourself a couple of rolls of everything. A couple of pennies, a couple of quarters, dimes, nickels, halves, whatever you can get. There you go. We'll put that in the show. And that's it for now. Okay, good. I'll get on to my next project. I think I have a proof nickel with doubling on the top right window. I'd love to see it. If you can't get it to me in email, send it to put it in the coin out group. You'll find the links are below. There's my email. Okay, let's pack this up neatly and in a manner that it doesn't mess anything up. These are splendid. Some of these coins I would not add on my own, right? A BU roll of brand new nickels, I probably would not add that on my own. Gold coins, Jesus, thanks, Bill. We'll make those. We'll make them work for those. You know, we'll get a $200 show. We can probably add one in. That Bahama dollar. That's cool. The big fat peso. That's cool. These, we can combine these with Scott Hugenboom's Dansko album. And we'll put that out when we have a good portion of that whole. Yeah, that'll spark some interest. We'll give away that Dansko when it's a more complete set. So we'll have eventually a show with 2 big prizes. I like the silver run, the 40% run. That's cool. Does not have the 70D, but that's okay. $50 profits on a $25 box of pennies. Yeah, that's not at all unheard of. Let's gather these up. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I can't gather them up. That's the problem with gloves. You do lack. These are not uncirculated. I'm going to take these off. There. Those are great for handling good quality coins, rare coins, brand new coins, proofs. But for circulated, they're already fingered up. And we'll just tuck you right in here. Yeah. There, so we got 5 barbers for 5 shows. That was the Canadian $50. If I can get that in here. There you go. And this giant thing. I need a holder. This one. Yeah, that'll work just fine. Yeah, these are highly detailed. We'll set that up. Bill, thank you very much for the donation to the show. That'll go right in. We'll start doing some of these tonight. And people will be really thankful, I'm sure. They'll go to a good home. That Microsoft email is a mess, isn't it? Jeez. They decided, okay, we're going to break it into the focused and the other. We don't know which is which, so you got to sort that out. Then we get junk, and we'll just, you know, throw your mother's mail in there. Sorry, Ma, you got thrown in with my Russian brides. Gosh. Was it a good day at the hospital? No, we were busy all day, Ma. Yeah, I tell her I'm a doctor. Okay, guys, now we get the big show coming up. 6:20. I'm running overtime. Let me look. David Smock, right here, has started showing. He's got a show starting 20 minutes ago. David Smock is one of the directors, the seat 4 board of directors for Coddington. That's him. That's David Smock. He is live right now, so I'm going to get over and get on his show. You know, watch. This is the Coddington book, because he's starting that up, and I didn't want to miss it. So I want to thank you all for coming by. Big show 9:30. I'll be getting ready for that over the next couple of hours. You guys stay groovy.